I can think of worse places to wake up. We need a taller table.
I told you that.
We were charging with about 4 watts with no direct sunlight. In fact, the sun was behind the mountains, behind the solar panels. And as the sun comes up, we're now up to 72 watts with direct sunlight. 73 now. Ooh, it went up a lot. And currently the refrigerator compressor is not even on. Almost 74 watts. As the sun comes up, we get more and more. Brewless coffee. Sort of. We are leaving the McCracken mine cabin area, and basically we're gonna head over to Signal Mine in Ghost Town. See how that trail is. I'm actually gonna walk us out of here because it's pretty steep off-camper spots in the first part here. Let's go! Far off the trail to McCracken mine, and there's a car out here. I don't know what kind of car. Any car guys out there know what kind of car that is? Let me know in the comments, because I'm not a car guy. All I know is it's old. We just crossed the the Arizona Peace Trail on our way from McCracken Mine to Signal Mine in Ghost Town. The last mile of McCracken, you need good clearance, you need good articulation, good tires, four-wheel drive is highly recommended. On the way to Signal Mine, so far, it is easy. You can do this part in the Prius. We made it to Signal, which is apparently extremely popular on the weekends. It is not hard to get out here. There are literally RVs camped at Signal. We're gonna head all the way up to the mine and check it out. Yeah. The town of Signal owes its existence to the discovery of the McCracken silver mine. The excitement of that discovery created a mad dash to the Owens mining district. As a result, the town of Signal sprang up around 1877. Signal became the mill for the McCracken and Signal mine, as well as other mines in the area, thus attracting even more people to the town. In just a few short months after its establishment, the town of Signal boasted 200 buildings and nearly 800 inhabitants. Supply lines were the town's major hurdle. Supplies from San Francisco were brought into Yuma on rail, and then put on a barge up the Colorado River to Aubrey Landing, where it still had to travel 35 miles by mule team. This arduous process required merchants in Signal to order their goods 6 months in advance. By the mid-1880s, the excitement created by the McCracken and Signal mines had waned, and Signal's population shrank to about 300 people. The town lived on until mining in the area became too sporadic to support those trying to carve out a living. Having been established on October 15, 1877, the post office at Signal was discontinued on May 14, 1932. We are on top of what I believe is Signal Peak. It is Sunday, April 17th, Easter Sunday, and it is now 10:20. So we left the McCracken mine a little before 9. And I actually got to the Arizona Peace Trail at 9:50-ish. So it took us about an hour, but it might have taken us, 15-20 minutes to get down this road to Signal because it's super easy, as you can tell by all the RVs and stuff that are hanging out. So if you want to hang out with a bunch of people on the weekend with quads and stuff, come on out to Signal. If you do decide to come out and enjoy Signal on the weekend, come on out, have a blast, party, run your quads around, make lots of noise, whatever. Just pick up after yourself, that's all. I think we've seen all we're going to see of Signal. Back onto the Arizona Peace Trail, and I think there's a giant saguaro on the way. We're shooting for Alamo Lake. We got Maggie Wash, McGuffey Cabin, I think, also on the way. Let's get back on the trail. So we're checking out I forget what it's called, some other well. I'll put it on the screen. And obviously it's somebody's cattle thing, because folks do on public land, no big deal. What bugs me is this. And it's still on fire. And I don't see anybody here to make sure that it's not catching anything, so putting it out. About to waste a whole gallon of water. We have enough. And I might even get my shovel out and cover that thing in dirt to make sure it doesn't flare up again. It's not even far. There's a Joshua tree there that looks like it was on fire. So, yeah, I don't know. Somebody did it on purpose. I don't know why. I'm sure they wanted to get rid of some stumps or something, but at least make sure the fire's out before you leave. That's kind of crazy to me. Maybe put some dirt on that to make sure it doesn't flare back up. So I don't know who is burning what or why, but I am fairly certain there's currently a burn ban in Arizona. because this is about the time of year they start the burn bans because it's super dry. It looks like somebody might have waited till they thought that fire was out, and it just so happened we came along when part of it was back up and burning. That's why stuff burns down. You wouldn't think, but the desert burns down. Burns all over Arizona a couple years ago. It was ridiculous. So yeah, make sure you put stuff out, guys. I think we took care of that one. Alright, on to the giant Saguaro. I don't think you pronounce the G, Saguaro. According to the maps and stuff that I downloaded from the Arizona Peace Trail .org? There's .org. There's supposed to be a giant saguaro cactus over here, but I don't see anything that looks giant. Nothing to me, giant is big, like way big. I don't see anything giant. So if you guys see a giant saguaro, let me know. It's in this clip, because I don't see anything that's impressively giant. There's one kind of way out there that looks big. I wouldn't call it giant. It's got a bunch of arms on it, but I wouldn't call it giant. I was looking for something like really tall. That's the only one that looks like anything. Shortly after a little cow place, and where the giant saguaro is supposed to be, it gets really washboardy, like really washboardy, but not beat you up washboardy, more like, there it is, rock you back and forth on the high seas washboardy. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm on a boat looking for land. It's gonna shake the crap out of you. You know what? Let me disconnect my sway bar. That might help a little bit. Oh man. Oh man. Disconnect the sway bar. Makes a really good difference. Oh my goodness. I should have done that a long time ago. Wow, that's a big difference.
Side door has an AZPT sign.
We're at McGuffey Cabin. Let's go check it out. Oh wow. Like, this is not super old stuff. Huh. It's crazy. Somebody legit modern day lived out here. Born in Nebraska on August 2nd, 1890, Venus bought the McGuffey mine shortly after moving to the area in the 1930s. But it wasn't until 1945 that she built this cabin at a cost of $1,000. Her mine produced gold, silver, lead, and silica. Now Venus had been married 4 times, and yet remained the sole owner and operator of the mine, building this cabin and the dam behind it. And mining wasn't her only business. She also owned and operated the Congress Cafe, known today as the Nichols West Restaurant, and apparently she was a darn good cook. Venus McGuffey was 93 when she died in Wickenburg in October of 1983, and while others have lived in this cabin, it remains mostly unchanged from Venus's original design. So there are petroglyphs out here somewhere, I think in this wash. We're going to go see if we can find them. Didn't find the petroglyphs. Wasn't from a lack of trying. So if I even get close, somebody leave a comment and tell me what minutes and seconds on the video I got close. I couldn't find them. Let's get out of here. Check out Maggie Wash or whatever up the road. We are sort of camping at Alamo Lake State Park. We are on BLM land, and it's just outside Alamo Lake State Park. We're not alone. We're alone right here. We've already had a truck drive by and then a side-by-side drive by. And there's campers over there. And I think there's a boat ramp down there. Somebody camping off over there, but none of them are close. So for all intents and purposes, we're by ourselves. So the part of the Arizona Peace Trail that is through the Alamo or around the Alamo Lake State Park is honestly probably some of the roughest terrain we've been on since we got on the trail from Wikieup. Going to the McCracken cabin was pretty rough, don't get me wrong, but it was rough for about a mile. This was rough for, I don't know, a few miles. We didn't get any of it recorded because it was getting late and we were tired and we just wanted to find camp. So you'll have to figure out what this area looks like all on your own. You definitely will need four-wheel drive because there's some pretty steep up and down and some pretty deep sand by the bus. You can do it in a stock SUV. Watch your tire placement. It's pretty rough, but it can be done in dry weather. Apparently, if you come here during the wet season where we crossed around the lake, the main part of the Arizona Peace Trail, it can get pretty wet and sloppy, and you may or may not be able to make that. We did it during dry time, so no problems. It's a good day. We got a lot of exploring today. Tomorrow we head home, but not before we stop at two more places. Another cabin, I think, and Tres Amigos Waterfall. I don't know if it's a real waterfall or if it's a rock formation shaped like a waterfall. I hope it's some kind of waterfall, but it's pretty dry out, so I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. What's for dinner, baby?
Chicken quesadillas, potato salad, and deviled eggs.
Same thing we had last night. Because it's just the two of us for like 2 nights, so it's just easier to eat the same thing. Still smells amazing. Anytime you saute onions, it smells amazing.